Hello everyone, Zellerant here, and right after I did my last video, they actually did a following post like 30 minutes later that kind of breaks everything down that we will be getting with this next patch. So that first one was kind of my reaction to it, and this one we're going to kind of look through everything that they have listed here that we have coming up. And we'll kind of take a look at what might have not been officially announced in the last post. So, first thing is, we already know we have Dush coming out as our limited doll alongside her weapon. But they also now on this actually show the banner for the rerun, which is officially now confirmed that it is going to be SUOMI coming. Now, we have a big thing here. They have a big thing with people in Krolek. They want everybody to max out their Kroleks because they have Krolek on both of them. Not that big a deal, though, as like I said in the other ones, you're going to get the SR units over time anyway, and they don't have the same system where there's a 50-50 on them, so you have a good chance of getting everything else in the mix as well. Now, it does have Nemesis on here, which I think she's actually a good pickup right now, especially because right now I find her to actually perform better than Mosin Nagant, at least until you start looking at getting Mosin Nagant into her higher dupes, which for most people is not going to happen anytime soon. So, nothing too crazy here, but it is good that SUOMI is coming back. Now, I will be having a later date today, have a kind of my priorities in terms of polls coming up here in the future now that we are starting to see the reruns added into the mix. And this is one of those cases where I've seen people ask in the comments, is it more important to get a Dush copy, a single copy of her V0, or if you have a V0 SUOMI, would it be more important to go over her V1? And in this case, I would actually say SUOMI's V1 is valuable enough that I would actually take it over Dush. But I'll go more into details on my thoughts on that with my next video on kind of poll priorities for current units as well as future ones coming up, now that we know that they are not following the leaks at all. So after that, they have here the outfits that we already seen here, but there was not in the original announcement. They do have 2 new weapon skins coming out, Pool Guardian and a Fatal Lover here. Can't really tell. I'm going to guess this is going to be similar to the other SMG one, except now it's just slightly difficult. I actually like the looks of this one better than the other one that we have. So, I didn't pick up either of the gun skins currently that are available. I've thought about getting the sniper one, but I didn't really like the look of the squirt gunish one. But I think these two look a little bit better. But, nothing too crazy there with the gun skins. And then here is a lot of the other event type stuff that was mentioned there. So you have the main story mentioned here called Halting Station. So during this, you can get the collapse pieces, some targeted access permissions, basic info cores, as well as probably everything else. It's going to probably be the same exact shop type situation that we have. I'm hoping that we will. It doesn't mention it here, but I know like the first 2 events had skins in it, while this current one with Diane didn't. It'd be nice if there's some new skins that can come out as well in the event, but we'll kind of have to see. It doesn't mention it specifically there, so I'm expecting it to be similar to Diane's. We have the Covenant update for Macchiato and Diane, so if you've got those units like I do, you can plan to put the ring on it, or as you say, in this, and go ahead and bring them all the way up to level 8, which also comes with their own cosmetics. And it's really hard to see. Let me see if you can. Can't really zoom into it very well here. It zooms in everything else, but not the image. Let me see. Can I open it in another page here? Probably isn't going to let me. Oh, yeah, here we go. So you can probably get a better look at it zoomed in, but you can see when you max them out, they'll have their own border with it. You have the little attachment you have. You'll have a whatever you want to call it, well, I think they're called medals in here, but it's basically your thing on your profile, and then as well as the gun skin. So, and that's another reason I really haven't been buying any of the skins, because I actually like the skins for the characters better. Like, I could get the sniper skin in the shop, or I'll just max out Macchiato and get her skin on this one. And it's funny, because it's just like with my Tololo. Before I maxed out my Tololo, I had her carrying around QJ's gun skin. I've maxed out Tololo now, so she has her own. But the same situation will happen here. I'll get Macchiato to maxed out, and then I'll have my Mosin Nagant and Nemesis carrying around her gun skin. So it's always cool to get those. And, I mean, you have to pay $5 for the extra Covenant rings. So it's like buying a skin to a certain extent, but you do get more goodies out of it in the long run. So I will definitely be getting both of those. And this is why I told people, if you like the skin, like, of the gun, even though you don't want to pull over the limited weapon, this is always another way that you can get a copy of what their limited weapon looks like. The only main difference is, at least from the ones that I've seen, is that it has an image of the character on it. So, of course, if you won't get Diane maxed out and you want to, say, have one of the other assault rifle users use her gun skin, you can. They'll just be carrying it around with her face on it. But, yeah, that's always good there. And I might actually end up using her skin on, like, QJ and stuff just to, just to have something unique for them. We have this new event, Harmonic Synchronization. This is just that same one where yeah, this is the one where you're going to get a copy of Cheetah and a copy of her weapon, so that's nice there. I'd need to get dupes of her, so that's always good. I don't really use her at this point, but I have thought of eventually moving her up because she is pretty decent right now with the burn team while we're waiting on Cinerisi to come out. And we have no clue if Cinerisi is coming out next, so we'll kind of have to see. But that'll be good to get her going up, especially since we're getting her skin as well. It's even more reason to want to use her. Fragrance Gift event, we've already seen that one. We've already had it. Just a nice little event to get some resources for upgrading your characters. So I like that. Simulation Exercise. We've had something similar to this. We saw in the previous video. It was just like the Cypher Pull one, except you're using your characters in the puzzles of completing them. Some more intelligence supplies. That's always good. So it's going to make it a little bit easier to get your characters leveled up there. And let's see. Targeted Vision. This one, I don't remember if we've had this one or not before. It showed it in the video on it, but just another way to get just more resources overall. It's kind of the same with the Parabellum one here. And then the last one, the limited event Wishing Well. And so this is the one where all the characters like give you a little bit of a mission per day, and you just complete it and you get some rewards out of it. So quite a few events here, some new ones, but a lot of ones that we've already seen before. Quite good in all the stuff we're getting. But yeah, overall, it's looking like it's going to be a good patch. I mean, it's not showing it here, but if you didn't watch my previous video, there's a lot of big things that are coming. The biggest thing is going to be that standard rate up banner, and whether or not you're going to want to, how you want to kind of plan your polls on that one as well. I'll be making a video on that for tomorrow as well. It's going to be a big day tomorrow for me on that, because I got a lot to kind of discuss and how you should approach that. The one thing I did miss on the last video, I put it in the comments, but yes, they are bringing up the stamina from 180 to 240. Now, this game does give you stamina at a quicker rate than 10 per hour, so 240 is still not enough to cover a whole day. So if you play at the same time every day, it's not going to be enough to not cap out. Now, there is the nice thing in this game is that once you're a high enough level within the dispatch system, the amount of energy that gets stored is actually 100% of lost. So it can store, I believe, up to 100. And so even if you cap out, you're going to still accumulate that in that storage system. And it is at a 1-to-1 ratio from what I understand. So we basically have a full state's worth of energy that you can save. So it makes it really nice now with the 240 that you will be able to just play at the same time every day and not have to worry about losing some of your stamina. So that's nice there. And yeah, I like the standard event banner, and as well as some of the other little niceties there. So overall, it's looking like it's going to be a great patch. Definitely be a lot of new stuff. Oh, and I had to make a cut there. My cat decided to jump down and knocked my mic for a second there. But basically, that was pretty much it. Overall, it is looking like it's going to be a good patch. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, the standard rate up banner is kind of overshadowing, to me, Dush, just because I think that's something that a lot of us were waiting for. Just because we have a lot of tickets to pull in the standard banner, and a lot of us, like myself, have 200 pulls, and we're going to throw all of them at it, versus this one where it might not get as much. But yeah, overall, it's going to be great. I will be streaming the day that it releases. I'll probably have to do it at night because I'm quite busy during the workday, and it'll be hard to kind of do it in the middle of the workday. But yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here. If you like my content, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, it really helps, and thanks for watching.